What up guys, it's your boy Zach here, and today is fight day for me. So I kind of just want to take a step outside and kind of walk before the fight happens. It's supposed to be in a couple of hours, and just kind of talk to you guys about a topic that I think a lot of people, not just fighters in general or sport athletes, but people in general aren't used to. And it actually happened to me today, and it's been happening to me quite often. But it happened to me today. I just kind of want to talk about what I do, how I get through it, and everything like that. Kind of just talk to you guys one-on-one, raw, no edits, no cuts, just this is what it is, this is how I feel, this is how I handle it, and yeah, and fight night pretty much. We kind of went outside. There's a little nice area here, a little cold out here. So yeah, so the topic that I want to talk to you guys about honestly is being comfortable when you're uncomfortable. And what I mean by this is I'm in a country that I don't know. No one really speaks English that well. The coach that's with us, he kind of speaks French and he speaks Polish, but he's kind of all over the place. Really awesome guy, just the language barrier is one. Typically what I like to eat for my food and my fight and the way I like to prepare is not the same. So that's another uncomfortable situation. I was told to be a certain weight, which I was. But next thing you know, the guy walks in at 20 kilos heavier than I am, which if you don't work in kilos, that's roughly 44 pounds more than me. I'll show you a picture right now. So yeah, so that's who I'm fighting. I'm not scared, I'm not worried, I'm used to this. I've been fighting heavyweights my whole life. Since I was a kid, that's kind of been like what I've been dealing with. But we're in a place that no one really knows. The whole team's not too sure. We're not in our normal routine, so like everything is uncomfortable. Everything. The ring is 16 feet. You guys will see it in the video later when I post the fight night. And this video when I'm done talking to you guys, or the next video, whatever, I'm not too sure. Whatever I choose to do, but it's a really tiny ring, especially when you have two guys that are over 210 pounds. Or 205 pounds, 245 pounds, and I'm over here at 205. So the ring is small, the country is different, the people don't speak English, the food is not the same, the training's not the same. We don't get to do everything that we're comfortable with. So being able to handle yourself and set yourself mentally to be uncomfortable is something I think is very unique and special to have, that will distinguish you from anyone. So as a fighter or as an athlete, getting thrown into this all the time, being uncomfortable every single time, especially at the national level, you tend to have an advantage when it comes to your real life as well. So the way I say this is that, let's say you go to work one day, or you're in school and you get an exam from a teacher that said one thing but put the test something else, or oh, there's this one. Puts the test something else, or your boss changed things on you and put you in an uncomfortable situation where you have to think on your feet really quickly and you have to adapt. A lot of it is adaptation. You have to adapt. You have to adapt on your feet real quick at a situation you're not very comfortable in. That makes you very uncomfortable, raises your anxiety, raises your stress levels, and being able to work through this and calm yourself down and really have the ability to, I say, have the ability to kind of change your mental state, to be ready, to be comfortable being uncomfortable. Having that, I find, is a really, really great advantage. And I find has helped me, especially like here in this tournament that we're in. We're in a place, like I said, that I'm really not comfortable in. I'm not really used to it, but let's see here. Is it wet? Oh, it's so wet. But being somewhere like this where I'm really not that comfortable, and having the ability to, right on spot, like at the weigh-ins, I walk in and I see this massive guy and they're like, oh yeah, that's your opponent. It's like, are you sure it's 92 kilos? Because they told me I could be max 93, so I'm 92 now. And they're like, yeah, that's your opponent. He gets on the scale and he's like 114 kilos. And it was like, no, that's not what we said. So like Team Quebec and the guys, they're like, no, we're not gonna let you fight, this is ridiculous, doesn't make any sense, to finding out that, hey, you are fighting him, because if not, you came to Poland to not fight, and I really did not come here to not fight, especially after my last tournament. If you guys do follow me on Instagram, you heard that my opponents pulled out and I was granted the win for Golden Glove champion of 2018 at 91 kilos, which me and my coach back at home, Lou, we worked really hard on it. The team was there, the sparring was there, everything was really good, it went really well. I was very confident, more than I've ever been, and my coach was even more confident in me, so everything was so, it felt really good, it felt really clean, and just not being able to do it made me feel, you know, a little sad and mad. But again, that's not the type of person I am, so we kind of just moved on, kept going, and Poland was the next chance to fight and showcase everything that I put my blood, sweat, and tears in. Honestly, with my busy schedule of school and work and business and online and vlogging and Instagram, and that's like a side note, but just school, training clients, studying, internship, like those life things that are gonna give me a degree, that's gonna give me a chance to fight as hopefully a pro, hopefully continue my international fighting career, is something that takes a lot of my time away. And being able to come to Poland and be like, all right, like I get to fight now, finally I get to fight, and then coming here and being placed in a position like this that makes someone very uncomfortable, I was kind of like, okay, let's do it. Like, I wasn't very uncomfortable, which is funny because in the past, even though I've been training at TriStar Gym with all these pro fighters, George, Francis Carmon, Alex Garcia, Rory McDonald, Mike Ricci, having the chance to spar with these other pro elite guys, being able to go to Mayweather's gym and fight with Berminster Vern and just be in that ambiance is like something I'm very grateful for, and it has really helped me adapt to being comfortable when you're uncomfortable. So whenever you guys get a chance and you get put into a situation where you're gonna be placed in a position that's very uncomfortable for you, I highly suggest you take it and say yes and do it. Obviously rule out the pros and cons, but if it's something that's gonna help you learn and adapt and become a better person and be able to deliver something that people are not used to, right? Being able to, let's say, go to a different country that you've never been in and have to do what you do best and not let anything else bother you. You know, like we're talking about, I had to train, eat, sleep. I have to sleep on a bed that I don't fit in. Okay, I'm 6'6", the bed's maybe like 5'10". I gotta get used to the time difference, which wasn't a lot. We had like 2-3 days. I'm eating food that I can't really eat. I'm vegan, so a lot of them either have meat or cheese inside, so I've been avoiding them and just eating the grains that they have here. But you could only eat so many potatoes and bread and tomatoes and salad. So luckily there was a little store here that had some beans and chickpeas and fruits, so I've been munching on that. Luckily, if you saw my last video, it's what I packed to Poland, so that really saved my ass, honestly. Bringing those oatmeals and the chocolate and those fruits and nuts and stuff like that really saved me. But yeah, I just wanted to sit down with you guys and kind of talk and say that start getting used to being comfortable when you're uncomfortable, or get used to being uncomfortable and then get comfortable when you're uncomfortable. That's honestly something I think is going to help a lot of people. And it applies to so many different realms and so many different lifestyles. So that's all I gotta say. But I think that's it for now. I think I'm gonna make the fight a different video because I want to focus on the fight. I'll have someone videotape it, so that'll be the next vlog. But for now, we got a couple of hours to rest up, eat a little more, do some of my routinely things that I've managed to get comfortable doing here. But we're out. It's your boy. Punch, headbutt, elbow, knee. Peace.